Bow, that is right. Bow. Agent Zero in the house. He was first. Well, if you go up there, Shadowhawk kind of said something. Yes, but we'll give it to you, Agent. You're the first actually here. Or are you driving? Yeah, I started a few minutes early because it's my show and I can do that. Ha ha. Hojo's not here yet, but that's fine. I thought, well, this will give me a time to play some trailers and to say hello to Michael Taylor. Hey, Michael, how's it going today? I'm fresh as a daisy. Well, some would say past my expiration date, but what do they know? What do they know? The Mythicals. Only on Choppy Ass Theater and Indiegogo. Just think
in a
of
world
it as a
where creatures of myth and legend exist,
Viewmaster, slideshow. Yeah, all those fun things.
a covert task force is charged with keeping humanity safe from supernatural threats. And when young Nancy Moon stumbles into the eternal battle between good and evil, she finds... Oh my God, will you shut up? What's happening? Agent Beckett here. Aren't you tired of stuff like that? Want something different? Roll the tape. Whoops. Sorry about that. That's a song I'm writing for my ex. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's more like it. Alrighty. Welcome to the world of the Mythicals. We have it all. Monsters, magic, government agents. He's the strong silent type. This guy, ugh, gross, dude. Get some kind of cream or something. Lots of 90s style action. Pew, 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 pew. And that strong female lead alluded to earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention a dashing field commander with a great sense of fashion. Look at those glasses. South River Studios presents The Mythicals, Issue 1. Buy it, if you dare. Ugh. Will you can it already? How'd you get free? Now beat it before I lose my cool.
So what are you waiting for? Back it today. Like right now.
Back the Mythicals today.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I'm making a banner. How about that? There you go. Back the Mythicals today. Like right now. That's why you get started early. Hojo, be right there, folks. Hey, no problem, Hojo. I got started early so I could play your trailer and some other trailers like this one by Doc Blaylock, Pariah Blood and Mud. Well, actually, yes, this is the trailer, but he's up on sign up. He is shadow banned. You get an exclusive trading card when you sign up for this project. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. It launches March 3rd, just a few days away. And do I have it on mute? Don't tell me I have it on mute. This one's on mute all the time. Why? Why? Take it off mute and it's muted every time. Oh, well. Roll that tape. Magic tape. Where's Shadow? He's at work. He's a working man. Blue collar man. All right, let me take this down so that doesn't interfere. I don't know what he's saying. It's just cool.
Doesn't matter what you say or the action that you take. This is done without your will for the problems that you made. You're the man in the just out of every legions all around you. Just the things you cannot change and the darkness that's inside you.
Pariah, blood and mud. Oh yeah. Pariah, blood and mud. It's gonna be a good one. Are you ready? Be scouring those couches for quarters and pennies and dimes, and get ready because it's going to launch March 3rd. And who knows if it's going to come out the gate shadow banned. If they shadow ban, if anything, we need to support these shadow ban projects. Yeah, show them some love. Sign up today. It doesn't cost you anything. It is down in the description, as many others are. We play another one. Shall we play a game? Takes a minute. Now, I only have, and I can do away with one of these. I only have 5 things open. It's not many. It's not many. All right, let me share screen. You don't want to look at my mug. You want to look at Rocket Magazine. Everything to do about CG. Comicscape.
Primary ignition.
Rocket Magazine, built to propel indie comics into the stratosphere. A modern ode to publications like Wizard, Epic Illustrated, Alter Ego, and Heavy Metal. Featuring Billy Tucci, Dan Fraga, Andy Smith, Peter Simetti, and Mark Bolton. Additional content, including tutorials and previews from the Barton Brothers, Camel Moon, Crowfire Studios, Kier Covington, Dean James, Rob Arnold, and many more. Become part of the mission.
Yeah, baby. Maybe one of these days, if we back it today. Both of his are shadow banned, 1 and 2. Both are up. And since Agent Zero is here, he gets rewarded. I'll play his trailer. Yes, I will. Chrome Dog had him on yesterday. He was been a busy little boy. He deserves busy little man. We don't call boys. Boy, hey boy, you get you in trouble in the South. Just saying anymore. He deserves to be seen.
Epsilon City needs heroes, but will Scratch, the Chrome Dog, have what it takes to answer the call?
Where else can you see it like this? I ask you. That's awesome.
Beck, Chrome Dog, starting February 3rd on Indiegogo.
Now, what's this mean? That's code talk to me. What does that mean? You're gonna have to inform me. I'm not young like you, Agent. What does that mean? Tempo changes. Haha. Yeah. Yeah, on Choppy Ass Theater. What's that mean? IKR. What's that? What is that? I know it's not tempo. I know, right? Yeah, hey, yeah. Why didn't I figure that? Welcome to the show, Mister Hojo.
What's going on, Rex? How you doing, man?
Pretty good. Uh, when you were on Finatra's the other day, I saw your icon for the very first time
Oh yeah.
up close. Because when you're out in the chat, it looks like a wreath, a Christmas wreath,
Oh
because of
yeah,
the
yeah,
red.
yeah,
It looks like
yeah.
a bow to me. That's just what my mind says.
Yeah. That's a level M patch. You get that in one of your perk packs.
Well, you've been knocking it out of the park with Mythicals, my friend.
Let's hope we can keep this train running full steam.
That's right, absolutely. Any announcements coming up? Any stretch goals getting ready to hit? I mean,
I
I'll have to.
mean, I have a
Huh?
stretch goal at 5K, and we're about 2K away, so
5K.
not quite
Okay.
yet. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's in the process of being done. Should be done in the next week or so.
Okay. The one I had brought up here, $3,062, 61 backers. Let me
Okay.
renew that just to make sure it's in fresh. I tend to
Well,
leave some
since last
stuff
I
up.
looked at it.
Oh yeah, $3,171. So yeah, you'd broken 3,000 last night. I because I or maybe early this morning because I was playing your trailer earlier this morning on the morning wake up stream.
Hmm. It was
126%. Oh
yeah.
yeah, well the cat's away, Hojo. While you're messing with the kids, taking them to school, I'm playing your trailer, my friend.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's good to finally talk to everybody.
Yeah. How much would you say that this project is done? I've not really taken a look at the campaign. I know some put up like a meter or some will.
Yeah. All 22 out of 24 are colored,
Okay.
all
Wow.
inked, and
Yeah.
I even did the first 12 pages of letters because I had some little submission packets I was going to send to some publishers just for shits and giggles.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. A good little preview,
Yeah,
little ash
yeah,
can type thing or
yeah.
whatever.
Something I can give like take to like a comic shop or something. But they're gonna have my flyers anyway with like a QR code to the campaign.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That's smart, my friend. I did that with my ash can. Uh, uh, this is uh, this was an Indiegogo project by Gary Shipman, and I picked this up at my local comic book shop. So an
Yeah,
ISBN and a barcode goes a long way.
right,
I backed the campaign, but I thought, well, this is a good reader copy, and I want to support it. So
right.
if you
Hell
can
yeah.
get your book out into comic shops, I think that's going to be a game changer, my friend.
Yeah, I've talked to a couple of them. They were asking something about like I guess because Kickstarter they do retailer tiers
Yeah,
or something, but I didn't know Indiegogo did anything like that. So I
I
just
didn't
told
have
them,
any takers, but I had a high level retailer tier on on my campaign. Now I
right.
didn't really reach out to any comic shops. In fact, I had two comic book shops. We've never had three, and now we're down to one, uh,
Hmm.
which is the oldest running one. So, and
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that they have a great back issue. They've never had a great back issue. In fact, I don't know what they do with their back issues, to tell you the truth. Uh,
uh,
I think if you're going to survive as a comic book shop, you have to have back issues. Do you have a local
yeah.
comic book shop around you, Hojo?
Yeah, I'm gonna sell to a couple of them, or at least put the flyer up and see
Oh,
what we
good.
can get going. And at the city I work in, it's kind of small. Their back issues, like it's not that bad,
Yeah.
but the guy that runs it, he has done multiple books on Kickstarter. He's a comic writer too. He
Oh,
gave me like a
cool.
cheat sheet of all of these. Like I live in Virginia, so
Okay.
he gave me a cheat sheet of all these comic book shops. He's like, my mom runs a secondhand bookstore in this
Mm-hmm.
city.
Hey,
She'd be
pass me
happy
through
to
that.
do it. And I went to all these like gaming because it's got like a fantasy element to it. So I've gone to those D and gamer shops and stuff, and I'm gonna put the flyer up there. Uh, Anywhere, basically anywhere, like a swimming pool, like where they got all those flyers and stuff in my park. Anywhere that will hold a effing flyer, I'm gonna put one there.
Oh, yeah. That's good. Yeah. I mean, if you can sell local, I mean, I know I have one lady that I,
Libraries, my library would love to do this.
yeah, yeah. In fact, my artist I met back in 1982. He and another guy set up. We're making homemade comics, uh, and had a glass display in the library. And my mother knew I was interested in comics, read comics, made my own comics, homemade comics and stuff. So
Right.
it's like you need a contact. Here's the contact number, and I did, and we became fast friends. Uh, More so with the other gentleman, Dave Snow, because he was the one with all the characters and stuff, and he had a child and everything, and John lived with his mother, never married, always into comics though. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was a good experience, to get with those guys. And when I created Devil Flyer back in 2017, it's like, would you like to do a Devil Flyer story? And he said, sure. And so I don't know what it was. I didn't have it envisioned me doing that or any other project. Really, I mean, I was working on my swamp character that I created in 2015, and
Right.
uh, and then for about 8 months, I pitched him out other ideals and sci-fi, all kinds of storylines, and it finally I wasted 8 months because I remembered he said yes to Devil Flyer, and I said, "Would you still be interested in doing that?" And he said yes. So I went home and did a for about 8 hours. Wrote out the 29, what turned out to be 29-page story, and gave it to him, and we were off to the races.
Hmm.
So yeah, I've really had to adjust my thinking on a lot of things, on collaboration, anthologies, all kinds of things that I said that I really didn't want to do uh, for my project. Have you and modify my thinking about what stories I want to tell? Because it's an anthology; it has several stories in it.
Right.
Uh, have
I wrote a
is there
story for an
anything with the
anthology.
mythicals that you kind of had to change and shift and roll with the punches over?
Uh, I mean, editorial wise, there was a scene that I had to cut out because it did make sense, no matter how much I wanted it to make sense. I just thought it was gonna look cool, but it
Yeah.
did make sense. So I lost that
Yeah.
battle, but came up with a better solution.
Yeah.
So
Now, who's your editor, Ojo?
Piper Steed,
Okay.
she uh, she does Luke Stone's Hybrids books and
Yeah, and she was doing Riff Riders too, right?
Riff Riders. Yep, yep.
Riff Riders, yeah. Um, hey, good stuff.
What's that, brother?
Uh, Hell past Master Dan. Tell Ethan about what I'm doing. Ojo.
He's a mod there. I see him all the time. Tell the frog.
Oh, past Master Dan. Oh,
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah,
tell the frog.
yeah.
Because if it weren't
I
for,
think he
it's all
might have
his
dipped
fault that
out.
I'm doing this anyway. So
Is it?
yeah, I mean, because I knew who he was because of like Green Lantern Rebirth. Like I remember coming home from
Oh, yeah.
Afghanistan and
Uh huh.
like seeing the very first issue on a spinner rack,
Yeah.
and I read it like I'd been on a plane for like 23 hours, and like
Was it on a spinner rack?
yeah, yeah, they still
It
had him in the P.
was.
They still had him in the PX. I was stationed in
Oh, wow.
Fort
I've
Campbell,
only been to
Kentucky.
one PX and they didn't have a spinner rack. I was very
Yeah,
disappointed.
this was like Fort Campbell, Kentucky. So
Yeah. Well, thank you for your service. What
oh
branch
yeah,
of
no
service
problem.
were you in?
I was in the army.
Okay.
Yep.
Uh, you you mind telling us how long?
About 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Awesome. Do you come from a military background?
My grandfather was in the military, but like
Okay.
he passed away when I was 4, so it's not like a big legacy thing. No.
Right.
So
Yeah. I had several that was in the military. Never. I mean, there was about 3 times in my life I considered it, but never really seriously. It's kind of a different if thing, isn't it? Where somebody calling you a douchebag or something like that, right
yeah,
up in your face and
yep.
give me 20 and go, you know, clean the latrines, and I just, I just don't take orders well. I don't follow instructions well. I've been more independent in my way
Yep.
of thought.
Well, it's funny. Like if I go back and tell myself when I was like, say 18, yeah, and be like, "Hey, brother, you're gonna be in the army and you're gonna do this and that," and I'd be like, "Man, you are on some good drugs. What is wrong with you? Fuck no, no way. No, I don't. I don't. You're not gonna tell me, get in my face and tell me that I'm a piece of shit. I'll smack you in the mouth."
Hmm.
Well, things change. Uh,
Yeah. Did you have
I
a
don't.
family at the time, or were you solo?
No, I told the story this morning. I was working at a chocolate factory at Hershey
Oh,
Chocolates, and so 9/11 happened,
oh
and
yeah.
so it just changed changed everything.
It did. It changed everything. The
It changed
economy.
my entire like way of thinking
Yeah.
because I had already like I had a history teacher in like 11th grade that basically sat down and told me what was really going on in America and the world, and like
Yeah.
I've heard you've gotten some heated arguments with your Chad about the the political thing. I'm not going to go there, but
Right. Right. Right.
I feel you on a lot of things. So
Yeah.
he kind of like I was woke before woke was woke. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew what was going on. Like
Right.
the
Yeah.
the woke thing they're talking about is not the woke I'm speaking of. Like
Well, I said it the other day, Hojo, that every nation has its underbelly,
yes,
that you don't really want to look at,
yes,
that you're not proud of.
yeah.
But the way the military is treated is shameful.
But like the
Really.
media and politics and the way the things that have been done, like I was sat down and it's basically explained to me. I'm like, wow, God, you're right. And then so and then just things just change, man.
Well, I mean, the everything flows from the head down. So president down, right? Or
Yeah,
commander in chief. And when government's not acting right and hypocritical, people are like, I'm going to trust this person. I'm afraid that Afghanistan and other things have hurt us definitely with our allies that America's not trustworthy as they used to be. And we're still a young country. I mean, if you took the average life of a man today, 80 years, and you had three men, 80, 80, 80, you'd be back to 1776.
yeah.
We're a young country.
We're the youngest superpower in the world that's gained the
Yeah.
most power in the least little time and abused it the least.
Yeah. And help everyone,
And like,
along the way. I mean, we could have went on after World War II. We had the bomb. No one else had it.
yeah,
And yet we helped others rebuild. Uh,
yeah.
a little patriotism's great. Patriotism's kind of went out the. What's your definition of patriotism? You've served. You've seen both sides of the coin.
Yeah, I have, man. I
Yeah.
see. I think some people see it as trite, as like trivial, or like, oh, that's cute, or
Old
something. Like,
fashioned, maybe.
yeah, that's like, oh, that's quaint. Like we don't do
Passe.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I remember when I was like 10, 11 years old when Desert Storm happened, and like the American pride that they brought back them tying the yellow ribbon around the tree. Like I feel like that lasted like 90 days, and then it was back to business as usual. And same thing after 9/11 too. Like that lasted about a month before they started blaming each other or just started getting back to their BS. I'm like, oh, I'm not trying to hear it. Patriotism to me really is in loving your country and just to believe in its ideals and how it was
Yeah.
what it stands for.
How do we preserve liberty, Hojo, in this day and time?
Well, I mean, to preserve liberty, you have to address what it stands for and not and how it got here, good and bad. Don't try to rewrite history. Don't
Hmm.
try to like what they're doing with Roald Dahl and stuff like rewriting books and stuff. That's a slippery slope that takes you nowhere.
Yeah.
You have to understand what liberty is in order to preserve it. And I think a lot of people just misunderstand what it is
I think you're right.
and what it takes to preserve it. I've seen it, so I really don't. When people trash America, if you've never left it, I don't want to hear it. If you've never been outside of America and you want to trash America and like say corporate
Yeah.
capitalism is bad and you have iPad.
Yeah,
Like socialism
capitalism's
is
giving you,
awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, it's given you everything, and the people that died
everything.
for it has given you everything.
You're in the 1 percentile or whatever the
Yeah,
percentage is of wealthy people. You may not feel
yeah.
wealthy, but compared to the rest of the world, like Haiti, where they're living in dumpsters,
I've been there.
yeah. Oh, have you
Yes, it's
in
terrible.
a
It's like
dumpster or in Haiti?
In Haiti. I describe it as like a tornado went through there and came back to get the stuff it forgot.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
It's bad, man. I mean, just
How long do I have you for, Hojo? I don't want
I'm gonna probably pop out of here in about a half hour or something like that. I got to
to.
get some
Okay.
stuff ready for dinner.
For a short period, I think a lot of people would say liberty is what you did today. Take the kids to school, have a cup of coffee, make breakfast after you get home. But it's we live in a materialistic society. There's no doubt about that compared to the rest of the world. I mean, but I think it's coming home to roost, as they say, when you see aisles that have nothing on them, shortages, where you
Hmm.
don't have five brands of lettuce anymore.
Yeah,
You can't find certain items. We've experienced that in the last. It's almost been like World War II wartime rationing.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
been kind of an eye opener, Hojo. Distribution problems, and I know this is by design. That's what really makes me mad is you have some private money and some foreign money, no
Hmm.
doubt, coming into this country, and it's wrecking it. And how you can't cause a lot of this treasonous behavior and not oath of office, and why they're not calling for impeachment, whether they can get it or not. They did with Trump. I mean, maybe they don't want to go down that road. Maybe they want to focus on other things. But now's the time to wake up. What really makes me mad, Hojo, is people complain about their children. Oh, don't go after my children. And I totally understand that. But it's like you didn't get mad over the border. You didn't get mad over the billions spent or the millions laundered. You know, what's going on in the Ukraine. You didn't get mad over Afghanistan, over the 13 Marines blown up. You didn't get mad over people clinging to an airplane and falling to their death trying to get out of there, or American citizens that had recently went over there because it had been secured for 20 years, and now all of a sudden they're trapped behind enemy lines, and we just pulled out overnight. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah. I mean,
I
there's
mean, people who
a lot
fought
they
over
can
there
do.
said, "Why did I go fight over there?" I can understand their viewpoint.
Yeah, yeah. I get it. I mean, America has the weight of the world on its shoulders at all times, and you got to have a strong back
Yeah.
and a backbone.
Well, I think a
It's
strong back is family, God, guns, family, I mean, Obama said cling to your God and your guns.
get it
Absolutely.
first.
I mean, what state of this, they would have already taken over if it wasn't for guns.
Yeah,
And they're coming after that too every day.
and
That's the thing
see,
about it. The enemy's on the march.
yeah, and see, Rex. That's right there. That's why comics are important, so we can not talk about that and not think about that and have some
Okay,
escapism.
I'll get off that, Hojo. I was wrapping it up anyway. But I do think it is important to have a dialogue about such things, even if
it
you
it
touch
is,
on it,
and
to remind people. And I know the news is there, but I think it's very dangerous that you can't turn on the news and trust it. I think you don't know what to believe.
yeah, and then you see the people that do trust it, and it's almost like that scene in with Donald Sutherland and the pod people just pointing like, how can you not know?
Yeah. Now, what,
How can
what is you might not have had plans. It sounded like you were putting it off somebody, on Ethan, and Ethan kind of, his draw streams and other things like that drew me in as well, my attention to YouTube.
yeah.
Uh, and it doesn't seem that long ago. But had you always wanted to do a comic? What is your
I
history in
just thought it would
comics?
have been the coolest thing in the world. I used to always come up with these stories like
Uh-huh.
and it'd be funny like I got these Marvel cards like
Hmm.
series 1 or 2, like I would take them and
Yeah,
I would like
that was early
redistribute.
'90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, like I would
Yeah.
take I would make my own team and like create a team, and then I would design cars for them. Like remember I took like Beast and Hercules and mixed it with
Yeah.
Nova and
You
stuff
know
like
what they
that.
have
And
now is
Vex.
mashup characters, Marvel mashup characters, where you
Yeah,
can,
I've seen of them, seen a
yeah,
ton of them.
yeah, yeah. I would have loved that as a kid.
Yeah.
If I could have. And back in the '60s, they had Captain Action, which was the Mako dolls, and you could switch out the head. It's like a helmet or a
Right, right.
face, over the head part where you could do cat and switch out the costumes. That was brilliant, because you not only sell them the thing, but if you want to change your character, they have to buy another costume to go with it, or with the face and everything. But
Right.
Aquaman could become Captain America. Captain
Oh,
America could
nice.
become Batman. And then he had Doctor Evil, and he was in the '60s. He even had a Captain Action comic book. I
Hmm.
remember some Gil Kane covers that he did for that. Uh, were you an Image kid, Hojo?
I was I guess when did that come out? What year was that?
Early
91. And
'90s,
yeah, I
like
was like 10 years
'93.
old when that happened. So yeah, that was pretty insane.
You were how old?
Like 10 years old.
Okay, yeah, that's the sweet spot. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably
So I
about
saw
when I
all of
started
that.
collecting.
Like late 80s is when I really started like wanting to buy my own comic books and like getting an allowance and going to buy back issues. Like I got really into the Defenders.
Yeah.
Um, but they
How
were
did
just
you
like
discover comic books? Do you remember?
I think my cousin, like I was a big Incredible Hulk fan. One of my earliest memories is like I even see the Polaroid sometimes when my mom breaks it out. Uh,
Hmm.
it's like with me, like with this little Hulk thing. I was like 2, 3 years old, like this like rubber Hulk toy in the bathtub, and I just remember just loving the Hulk. And they had a cartoon with Spider-Man as Amazing Friends back then,
Oh yeah,
and then the Bill Bixby show, obviously, like the reruns, and I just
you
thought
had
it was awesome.
Iceman and
Yeah,
Firestar.
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah,
I loved that show.
yeah. Uh, they reissued Captain Action for a short time. They absolutely did. I have a replica of the Doctor Evil character from Action. That was the person that he went up against, the Doctor Doom. Doctor Evil. Um, yeah, I kind of like to get a feel about what when you kind of got into comics and how you discovered them. The first comics I probably got was, if I really think back, were at shoe stores, and they would give you like the Bugs Bunny or whatever,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
little giveaway March on Comics. Those, if I have to go back, those were probably the first comics that I read. Howbeit they were little digest size. Um, then a neighbor of mine broke his leg, and about a year later, he was going to get rid of those comics that he read when he had a broke leg. And I,
Yeah.
I said, I'll buy them 50 cents for like a stack of 5 or 6 books. You bet. It was like a Defenders number 15, a Legion of Superheroes, one of those 60-page thick
Oh,
ones.
nice.
And that introduced me to comics, but it didn't make me a collector. The way that happened was I went to a spinner rack, went to visit my grandfather in the hospital, and we went to get some medicine for him at the pharmacy next to there. And I bought an issue of George Perez Avengers because you want
Yeah.
you want the most for your money.
Right.
And this was early George Perez, cruder stuff
Mm-hmm.
than his refined stuff later. And then we went back a couple of weeks later to the hospital and to the same pharmacy, and I picked up another issue. It wasn't until I got out to the truck that I was like, "Oh, this is the next issue." Of that it didn't occur to me at the end, even if it said next issue, that there would be a next issue. I kind of read them as one and done, and so I said, "I'm going to collect this from now on," and I did, and that got me collecting. Uh, so fun stuff. It's a process. And I
Yeah, I
watched.
think my cousin gave me some like old gold key stuff and some.
So you grew
It
up with
was
like
terrible.
He-Man,
Oh
Thundercats,
man,
G.I.
yeah.
Joe, uh,
I wish I could look
Silverhawk,
back. Oh man, I had it all.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I was never into D&D though. But I
Yeah,
remember
I
that
never was.
cartoon.
Yeah, the cartoon Blackwater, Darkwater, not Blackwater, Darkwater.
Pirates of Darkwater.
Pirates of the Darkwater. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually kind of an inspiration for this too,
Oh, is it?
because they're all looking for these pieces of a artifact.
Well, they never did
Never
finish.
finished it. Never finished
They
it. I
never
finished it.
finished the
I finished
cartoon.
it.
You finished it? Okay. So I kind of get a John Malin vibe on his property because it has monsters in it, but and almost like watching your trailer, it was like even though I never really watched it, I've watched an episode or two. I know it's hard to believe of X Files, but I kind of get an X Files because you got the government in there.
Oh yeah,
And is this you
I love the X
drawing on
Files.
your military wisdom because you're the writer, right?
Right. Yep. I can write a battle scene. I know how to. I
Yeah.
can definitely authentically put on the page how to clear a room.
Yeah, but you know something about, I mean, you've been on, I would say, the underbelly to the certain degree, because when you're in the service, you're theirs, right? You've signed a contract.
Right.
Yeah. And you've seen some stuff that have been kind of upsetting to you, I'm sure, when you were in the military. We don't have to go into that, but I'm just saying, you, you know, military people seem to be pretty shrewd. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah,
seen
I'm
some
pretty
stuff.
direct.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I probably need that today.
I'm dealing with artists. I'm pretty like I learned to be direct quickly.
Yeah. Can you tell us about your team on the project?
On pencils, it's a guy named Thomas Tikus. He's
Yeah. How'd you get with him?
I think somehow through Alterna Comics
Oh,
somehow
okay.
maybe. And then I came to Twitter and saw he posted something there, and I came to Twitter and looked for that name and saw like found his portfolio, and then like
Hmm.
contacted him and
The art looks really dope. You know,
yeah, thanks man.
I'm gonna bring it up here. Oh, don't stop talking. You
Oh,
just
sorry.
keep on.
Sorry. Yeah, like I don't sorry, I've been up since 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, I understand.
So
You're in campaign mode.
yeah, like
Yeah.
John Malin, like I've never, I didn't even know who John Malin was until like a year ago.
Right. I didn't either.
Yeah, I didn't,
Yeah.
I haven't read it. I haven't really had much back in money, unfortunately,
Right. Yeah.
production costs and all that. But then we got the inker. He's from Brazil, and he had actually worked with this penciler before on other projects. So he's like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I can handle it. And he was like, oh, I recommend this colorist. And then I was like, oh, that guy looks great. So then we moved on and started production of the book.
Is the Ultra Mega Super Pack, is that a box? Is that going to be a box?
Yeah,
Printed box?
yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us about the characters here on the tell us your secrets? I know you got some secret agents back there, some government agents, but can you tell us about Moon and especially the vampire? I mean, I'm really interested in him.
His name's Julian.
Okay.
He's from ancient Rome. Like he grew up. He was a patrician in Herculaneum in Italy. He watched Vesuvius erupt.
Okay. That's awesome. Yeah.
So he's kind of like your subterfuge, your dirty underhanded guy, like the
Your
spy.
Black Ops
The
type,
spy,
you
the
know,
Black Ops. Yeah.
if you need something done, but
Well,
you
no,
really
he's like
don't
the
want,
sneaky. Like his what he's more intel, like
okay.
secrets.
Yeah. Well, he could kind of get around if you go with
He
the kind of traditional.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He could take care of himself.
Tell us about Moon there. It looks like she's got a variety of powers.
Yeah, she can eventually control the elements, but it's
Kind of
gonna be a-
elemental. Yeah,
it's
that's
gonna
what
be
I
a
thought.
long, painful process.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, so you
So
kind of go on the journey, right? I mean,
yeah,
that was part of the type of thing, you know, when you read, it's like, wow, Spider-Man can do this and that. And then after a while, you know what he can do, but it's a learning process when you first see it.
yes,
what the characters can do, and that's part of the joy of it. And especially if it's like a, the like Ben Grimm in the Fantastic Four, he was always morphing, and it was always, in the early days of the
Yeah,
comic book,
yeah,
he
yeah.
was always refining the look of the thing to become more of a Rocky Brick House. And
Right.
but once he's the Rocky Brick House, it's the only variation you get is with different artists. How
Right.
about this purple energy guy?
Yeah, that's Daniel Montclair. He's like a magic user from England,
Okay.
and he's got these bracelets and stuff that can like amplify his magical energy, so he can use
Hmm.
like the little plasma blasts and stuff like that.
No, cool. How
Yeah.
about the guy with the guns?
That's Lucas Beckett. That's your Black Ops guy,
Okay. All right.
the smart ass.
The veil has been pierced. Yeah. Every physical copy. Was there something on sign up, that something special on sign up if they signed up?
Yeah, the first 25 physical backers got uh,
Okay.
a pinup, like a cheap. It's like a Hendrix homage. I can show it to you.
Oh, cool.
I think. Hold on a second.
Some say it's not a proper campaign if you don't have a 6 a.m. sticker.
I know, and this comes free with every physical copy too, so you don't have to
Michael
pay extra
Taylor
to get it.
says, fantastic art, Hojo.
Thanks, man. We tried our best to put out the coolest product out there.
Well, it sounds like you've got the majority of it done, but the work's never done, is it?
Nope.
Where do we
Gotta
go
keep.
from here, Hojo? Mythicals 2?
Yeah, I mean,
If
we
this
can.
does well,
Yeah,
which is
absolutely.
already, yeah.
Yeah, I've already written issues 1 through 6 anyway.
Yeah, you having is it a story arc,
Yeah,
a
like,
large story arc?
but you can jump in with each issue and kind of figure out what's
Self-contained,
going on.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you going to, like, with issue 2, will you do like a recap, or
I've been going back and forth on it. Like some people love it. I've literally seen people say I love that about it, and then like Pete Samedi, like, well, what's your opinion? He was like, just straight up, I hate him.
really?
So yeah,
He
but
straight up hates them.
yeah.
Well,
I mean, but that's like it's art. It's subjective. So
yeah, yeah,
I used to personally like him because that's what I grew up on. But not
right,
everybody's me.
right. Well, recap. I think if you keep it brief, there's the
That
man himself with that major collection behind him.
that was the giveaway.
Okay, yeah. Where she kind of kissed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it says move over, Rover, let Nancy take over, and it's like a
Were
Jimi
you
Hendrix
ever a
homage.
skateboarder, Hojo?
Nah, I can't.
No.
Nah, that's like my Jimi Hendrix impersonation on this. Like it's
Okay.
a guitar made out of plants.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
So
Yeah.
she sets it on fire. She's got the little Jimi Hendrix headband.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They sold one of those for about $500,000 or $250,000, something like that. Like one of the two confirmed. Somebody's at my door. Just a minute, Hojo. I'm sorry.
Alrighty.
We're banging hard.
All right. Well, I'll pick it up. Uh, I mean, you guys can't find a better deal, really. Like $65, and you get like 2 comics and all this free stuff, and the bookmark. It's just insane. And the Peter Gilmore cover. Who can resist it? I can't scroll up, but it's down there. It's right there. But issue 2, as soon as we probably get to round, if we can make it to 5K, get to that stretch goal, issue 2 is probably going to be already started. Like, I'm already getting concept art kind of squared away on the new characters. So there's going to be 3 more characters to meet in the next issue, and then we got the whole team complete. It's going to be a race to the finish line between the Forces of Darkness and Level M. I hope somebody heard that pitch. Somebody got it. All right, thank you, Michael Taylor. Thank you. For this and more, listen to WKKP. And now, a song from 1976. You guys want me to do an impression of Rex while he's gone? Type something for me to say as Rex, and I'll read it. I love Jimi Hendrix. That's why I did the homage. I'm gonna do like rock and roll homages versus the traditional comic book stuff. It's like a little. It's my niche.
All right, I'm back, Hojo.
Alrighty, Roo.
All righty, Roo. Let's see. Let's take a look at your campaign here a little bit. Oh, now. My friends come over. Just a minute.
Alrighty.
All right, if she'll hush, I think we can go through the perks here real quick, Hojo, because I know
Okay.
you're limited on time. The Ultra Mega Super Pack, I guess, has everything in it.
Yep. All the perks plus the exclusive glow in the dark bookmark.
And the digital PDF. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Gonna have a patch, level M patch. What's M stand for? Mutant? No. Military?
Well,
Is it
mythical,
secret?
obviously, Rex.
Mythical. Yeah. Okay. That's why you look. You're here to tell me these things. I'm dense. I've been up all night for filling mine too.
Oh man, I can't wait to get to that point.
Oh, I know. Right. Digital tier, $8.
Mm-hmm.
You get that, of course, in the Ultra Mega Super Pack. Everything. Booty Juice edition. Wow. So that's the main cover. And again, who did the cover artwork on that?
Which one? The horror
The
one?
Booty Juice edition.
That's Dan Booty Juice Doll.
Okay. And then this was real intriguing to me. None Blacker
Yeah, that's
edition.
from Spinal Tap.
Is that a supplement?
That's an alternate cover. That's
Oh, it's an alternate cover.
yeah,
Okay,
that's
here it
Peter
is.
Gilmore. It's the same stuff.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
sick.
it's pretty rad.
Yeah. So that's an alternate cover. Both best of both worlds, of course. Both of those together. Concept art, $75. Can you tell us about that?
That's a concept of art of Julian, based on a sketch that I came up with years and years ago, and I just paid
Is
some
that done
money
by
for it.
you?
No, no.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, okay.
it's based off of my sketch. I can see a lot of my work in it, kind of.
And it was
But
early. It was early concept art developing the character, huh?
yeah,
Okay. So there's only one of those available.
yep,
one and done. Yeah.
yep. Only one in existence.
Original pencils. So are these original page artwork you're saying?
Yes, that's the first appearance of the Inquisitor right there, the villain.
Okay, the guy with the bad sunburn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sold out original pencils. What was that? You remember?
That's one of the last few pages in the issue where Nancy
I
really,
like that, a panel within a panel.
yeah, he's pretty talented. But that's one of the main reasons why I picked him because of his panel layout. I
Oh,
felt like
Dean,
it could,
Dean involved in it. Dean James bookmark artwork.
yeah.
What was in that?
Nobody knows yet. It was a kind of a
No,
joke.
oh no. I'm sorry, Hojo. I probably
That's cool,
had to
man.
cut this short because my dog's going to be acting up with Mike.
Yeah, I got to go get this dinner ready anyway.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on, and I hope you'll come back.
Well, heck, thanks for having me, man. Let's keep pushing this thing, guys.
You bet. Uh, we'll keep playing your trailer and talking it up as much as we can. You've done an excellent job. Who did your trailer, Hojo?
That's good stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's awesome. Yeah. Well, take care, bro. I
All right, my
appreciate.
man. Thanks for having me.
Hey, can I ask you one more question?
You sure? Certainly.
What's for dinner? What's for lunch?
It's gonna be some chicken with some roasted tomatoes and peppers and onions and some rice pilaf.
Now, do you cook?
I'm trying to do the easy thing for my wife today. Like I'm gonna prep everything right now, and then when she gets here, when I get off the stream, I'm gonna pop up there and put everything in the oven, get everything ready, and we're gonna eat, and then I'm gonna go do more streams.
Yeah. Yeah. You're in campaign mode. You're on the
Yeah.
march.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to play your trailer one more time after you
Yeah.
get out
Sure.
of here. And I just want to thank you for coming on and yeah, space this stuff out. You got time. It's not like you're unfulfilled.
No.
Yeah. But appreciate all your hard work, bro, and thanks for coming on.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.
Take care.
All right.
All right. So let's take a look at the Mythicals trailer and we'll get on out of here. I think Abby's settled down a little bit. Let's see, what am I looking for? Here it is, right. I think I was on it all the time. Okay, I have it running. That's wonderful. Technical issues. Had to share screen. By the way, thanks to the chat, everyone coming in here today. Hope you got to catch the early morning stream I did. Here we go. That was a lot of fun. Sort of impromptu. See this guy's trailer, Mike?
In a world where creatures of myth and legend exist, a covert task force is charged with keeping humanity safe from supernatural threats. And when young Nancy Moon stumbles into the eternal battle between good and evil, she finds... Oh my god, will you shut up? What's happening? Agent Beckett here. Aren't you tired of stuff like that? Want something different? Roll the tape. Whoops. Sorry about that. That's a song I'm writing for my ex. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's more like it. Alrighty. Welcome to the world of the Mythicals. We have it all. Monsters, magic, government agents. He's the strong silent type. This guy, ugh, gross, dude. Get some kind of cream or something. Lots of 90s style action. Pew, pew, pew. And that strong female lead alluded to earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention a dashing field commander with a great sense of fashion. Look at those glasses. South River Studios presents The Mythicals, Issue 1. Buy it if you dare. Oh, will you can it already? How'd you get free? Now beat it before I lose my cool.
So what are you waiting for? Back it today. Like right now.
Back the Mythicals today.
Oh.
Hey, and it looks like Past Master Dan made it back in. Rex will be there 4 o'clock shadow. Absolutely. 4 o'clock shadow in about an hour. Because it's almost 3 now. Hell yeah. Every day. Every day. If there's not a 4 o'clock shadow, there's something wrong. 4 o'clock shadow. All right. We're going to get